I'm currently in the midst of my Sunday easy 7K long run. I'm about 2.5K in. Plus I did a couple of K warm-up walk. But yeah, figured I'd do this whilst I catch my breath. Having some issues keeping a steady pace. I keep climbing too high and there's a then I need to walk and cool it off. So I don't know, in the name of keeping it easy, might as well walk every now and then. I mean, that's just, I don't want to trip. So yeah, so this week what did happen this week? At the start of the week, right, yeah, got some bad news at work, or some news at work, still to be defined whether or not it's bad, but sort of threw me for a loop. So I took a few days of rest just to sort of gather my mind. By the way, I'm in the middle of a forest currently. It's so humid, but oh so beautiful. But yeah, so I took a few days easy. Then on Wednesday I had, I believe it was 400 repeats, but I did, I think it was like 2 or so, but I had like it just, I couldn't push. My legs feel like they didn't have that oomph, so I turned it into a 3.5K run or so. Something like easy, just, focused on doing something rather than just calling it quits after 800 meters of fast efforts. And on Friday, I did something special. I went out for an early morning run. It was a normal weekday, so I had work at a meeting at 8, but I decided to work from home. So I went out for my, I think it was 4 times 4 minute threshold run. All in all, like a 30-minute workout. And I did that at 7 o'clock in the morning, which now for some of you, it's nothing like, I know there are people out there who start every day with a workout of some sort and even earlier. But to me, I've never been one of those guys. I don't mind getting up early, but usually I just take some me time in the mornings. But yeah, I tried that, and yeah, it was horrible. No breakfast, no nothing, just a glass of water, maybe a coffee or so. So I had absolutely no way of doing a threshold run, even those short bursts. I wasn't able to maintain my pace. I wasn't able to get to the pace of my usual threshold runs. The 1 minute recovery between sets, that wasn't adequate where normally it would be. So yeah, and even my mind, like in my head, I was like, this is a bad idea. So my mindset wasn't great. Hello, Jim. How's it going? Just recapping my week for a few minutes here, and I'll continue my run. Well, how's it going with you? Fine. It's a lovely Sunday. It's a beautiful weather for a run. Granted, my run isn't going as great, but it's going to be a run nonetheless. What about you? What are you up to? It's a train. Ankle pain yesterday. Oh, those suck. Hope it's nothing serious. Like it's always scary when it's a joint, especially like in the legs, because I'm like, is this it? Is this all over now? But 9 times out of 10, it's usually nothing serious. So I hope that's the case with you as well. I've had a rough couple of weeks. I was sick a while back, so feels like I still haven't recovered to my previous state. Feels like everything's still too sluggish and slow, but it's getting up there. So hopefully I'll be ready for my PB run in like 2. Rolled ankle. Ooh. Yeah, that's probably, hopefully nothing serious. It only flares up every now and then, but yeah, I have I have allergies pretty much throughout the year, even though now it's not the season, but it's still dust and everything. So I pretty much am congested throughout the year. But I'm used to it by now. It's just, that's how my life is. But yeah, I'm getting to a more public place in a moment, so probably have to call it quits there. I'm not comfortable enough to speak in public, but yeah. So yesterday was a strength and conditioning day. I did sort of a home workout, which was fun, but fortunately I didn't stretch enough, so I feel like my legs are a bit tight. So I took a couple of kilometers of walking before I started my run, so everything feels loosey-goosey. Yeah, I know it's weird, like how nowadays speaking to a camera or to your phone, like nobody else really cares, and I certainly don't care when people do it, unless they're like blasting their conversation. But like, still, to me it feels awkward. Let me switch the camera around. I don't know if you guys can see anything from, because I've got the sun behind me. Yeah, it's looking lovely today. We had a bit of a storm yesterday. Yeah, it's exactly that. Like, I don't care when people do it, but for me it is. And the funny thing is, like, when you think of all the embarrassing stuff you personally have done throughout your life, you can remember like every little detail. But when you try to remember something cringy someone else has done, you really can't. So it goes to show, nobody cares, nobody remembers that stuff apart from you yourself. But I guess that's just how we humans are, or most of us, and it's a thing to learn. Yeah, they don't like, and not like in a bad way, it's just, that's how life is nowadays. So, but I guess it's I'm like pushing 40, so yeah, it's so hard to get over it. But like, I feel like it's a generational thing as well. Like, people my age, we're not used to this kind of thing, whereas the kids nowadays, they grew up with that kind of stuff, so it comes more naturally to them. Yeah, exactly. I'm 30. What am I? 38, I think, somewhere there. Pretty similar, yeah. So it's not like, I remember when hands-free thing was like, it was completely new. It was so weird seeing people like not holding a phone but talking out loud. Usually, normally those were like the crazy people, but now it's like, yeah, you can't really tell if they're talking to themselves or to someone else. But yeah, I'm gonna start running now. I'm gonna get to the paved road in a moment. But hey, Jim, thank you so much. Yeah, Bluetooth and the whole driving in the car, seeing people running their mouth when they're on their own was so weird. But Jim, thank you. It was so much fun to chat with someone. Hope your ankle gets better, and hope you have a great rest of the season and rest of the day as well. I'm gonna head out for my run now. Take care.